Hello, good afternoon. This is Windy News coming to you live from the News Hub here at the University of Education, Winneba. Coming up in the next minute. UAW Innovation Hub hosts Business Pitch Competition Awards. One dead, 29 infected as cholera cases rise in Effitu municipality. President Mahama calls for stronger economic ties with China. And in business, International Monetary Fund to discuss 2025 budget with government amid plans to scrap key taxes. On the foreign front, Sudanese military seeks diplomatic support for new government amid ongoing conflicts. We have details of all these stories and many more coming up in the bulletin. My name is Nana Ama Nyamike Baini. Now the note in detail. The Business Department of the University of Education, Winneba, held a Business Pitch Competition Award ceremony on Friday, February 7, 2025 at the Jofus Anamwa Mensah Auditorium. The event aimed to uncover the entrepreneurial talent of students and explore how technology can transform the agriculture sector in the future. The first runner-up, Isaac, took the stage, revealing what motivated them to participate and the driving forces behind their business idea.
Person of Asa Isaac, the final year Bachelor of Science, Information and Communication Technology and Education student from the University of Education. And I'm very happy to receive this award. This is the beginning of our idea, and I believe this award is going to propel us. To keep fighting. It is our vision that we want to see a country where there is, zero plastic waste. We want to see a zero plastic waste Ghana, where our environment is tidy and free from plastic. And also we want to transform these plastics into affordable agricultural equipment. In other words, to help aid farmers in their farming activities and also boost farm yields or agricultural yield. So we believe this is the beginning. This is going to motivate us and pushing us for the task ahead. To bring this innovation.
Finally, the second runner-up, Christiana, shared her thought, providing valuable insight into their entrepreneurial journey and the lesson learned throughout the competition.
And then my team. So my team, that's actually my team lead. Starting this was something like we never thought it was going to go this big, honestly, to have a big event like this. So we started off simply because the opportunity was there and we took it. So after so many steps that we go through, sometimes the challenges come from ourselves. We get a little bit tense, sometimes taking advice from other people, and then a whole lot. Because sometimes lecturers will tell you this, and the other day they are telling you another thing. We get so confused as to what to put and not to put in our projects. But then in future, we want to see Kwela go really far. So to expect people are not expectant, that is where we want to go to. So it's not about our position, it is not about the money we have. Our vision for Kwela is supposed to actually go high. It's supposed to go globally. We want students and parents, everybody to be screaming Kwela with education. That is actually what we want. And then with the coming auditions, coming years, I wish everybody the best. And then anybody that wants to take this opportunity should. Maybe you want to just play around, just go, just do something. Take the list. If you are shortlisted and then you are taken out, that is okay. But then take the shots. Thank you very much.
Away from the university story, Effitu Municipal Hospital has confirmed 29 cholera cases out of 356 in the municipality. According to the hospital, one person has died as a result of the epidemic, necessitating quick steps to trace contact and limit the spread of the disease. Dr. Douglas Amponsa, acting medical superintendent of the Winneba Hospital, stated that an isolation center has been set up to manage infected patients.
The Efutu Municipal Hospital has confirmed 29 cases of cholera out of 356 recorded cases in the municipality. According to the hospital, one person has died as a result of the outbreak, prompting immediate effort to trace contact and contain the spread of the disease. Medical authorities have assured the public that proactive measures have been taken to prevent further infections. Health officials revealed that all 29 confirmed cases originated from the same family in a particular area within Efutu. Dr. Douglas Amponsa, acting medical superintendent of the Winneba Municipal Hospital, stated that an isolation center has been set up to manage infected patients. He emphasized that the hospital remains in control of the situation and that all infected individuals are receiving the necessary treatment. He confirmed 2 deaths related to the outbreak, one occurring in October 2024 and the other in early 2025. Despite these fatalities, he assured the public that most infected children were responding well to treatment, providing some hope amid the crisis. Authorities have urged residents to practice strict hygiene measures, including regular hand washing and proper sanitation, to help curb the outbreak.
President John Mahama has extended an invitation to the Chinese investor community to collaborate with Ghana in establishing mutual beneficial economic opportunities, stating that the country is once again open for business. Speaking at the Chinese Lantern Festival celebration at the University of Ghana Sports Stadium on Sunday evening, he acknowledged the significant role Chinese businesses have played in Ghana's economy and urged further collaborations for sustainable development. The Chinese Lantern Festival, a cultural event symbolizing unity and hope, provided the perfect background for President Mahama's message, highlighting the strong diplomatic and economic relations between Ghana and China.
As we celebrate tonight, let us reflect on the deeper message of this festival. The world today faces many challenges: economic uncertainties, global conflicts, climate change, and emerging health concerns. Yet the light of this festival reminds us that even in times of darkness, hope must never be lost. It teaches us that resilience, unity, and shared aspirations can help us overcome obstacles and build a better future together. Ghana, like many other nations, is working hard to address economic and social challenges, and we're grateful for the support of our friends and partners, including China. As we move forward, we must continue to embrace cooperation and mutual respect, ensuring that the benefits of our partnership are shared by all our people.
Now let's do politics, where the National Democratic Congress Greater Accra Regional Youth Organizer Amos Blessing has called on party supporters in the Ablekuma North constituency to see members of the opposition New Patriotic Party as political opponents rather than allies. He stressed the importance of vigilance and self-defense in protecting their vote during the Ablekuma North parliamentary election.
In the Ablekuma North constituency, the NDC Greater Accra Regional Youth Organizer has called on its supporters to view opposition MPP members as political rivals rather than allies. In order to safeguard their vote in the parliamentary election, Amos Blessing emphasized the need for alertness and self-defense, stating that any attempt to tamper with the results will not be accepted. His comments followed a one-week ultimatum from Frank Anodompre, the Minority Chief Whip and MP for Nsawim Abuajiri, who called on the Electoral Commission to announce the constituency's parliamentary results. Tensions between the two political parties were heightened when Mr. Anodompe threatened that the MPP would interfere with parliamentary proceedings until the results were declared. Speaking to supporters on February 9 at an NDC vigil in Ablekuma North, Amos Blessing chastised the police for their lack of response to Anodompe's remarks. He said that NDC members had the right to protect themselves if security personnel didn't step in. He emphasized that neither political party should be permitted to threaten the other or tamper with the election's legal results. He added that the Inspector General of Police must take decisive action to uphold peace and order, and that the NDC will do everything in its power to win Ablekuma North.
Now, the Ghana Water Company Limited has called on citizens affected by the ongoing water shortages to remain patient as urgent measures are being implemented to resolve the issue. The company has acknowledged the challenges faced by the communities and has reaffirmed its commitment to restoring a stable water supply as soon as possible.
Residents impacted by continuous water shortages have been urged to exercise patience by Ghana Water Company Limited, which has assured them that prompt action is being taken to resolve the issue. The business has reaffirmed its commitment to quickly returning to regular supplies while acknowledging the challenges communities confront. For weeks, there have been acute water shortages in a number of regions, including Tamale, Bimbila, Kaswa, and Ho, which has severely disrupted everyday activity. The situation has been especially bad in Ho, putting tremendous strain on vital facilities like hospitals and jails, which have had to look for alternate water supplies in order to continue operating. Ghana Water Communications Manager Stanley Mante informed locals that steps were being made to address the situation in an interview with Adjoa Tenkrama of Channel 1 TV. In particular, he assured that the water supply in Ho will stabilize in a week and that the firm was making every effort to restore normalcy to all impacted communities. He added that another water pump was scheduled to be installed by Thursday and that a spare had been cleaned and was waiting. Additionally, Mr. Mate issued a warning against water theft, emphasizing that such behavior exacerbates the situation for other locals.
The report stated that the nation achieved an index of 0.304. Mauritius Internet Quality Index of 0.361 placed it first in Africa. Ivory Coast came in second, Egypt in third, and Algeria in fourth. Senegal, Burkina Faso, and South Africa finished fifth, sixth, and seventh respectively. Nigeria and Morocco finished ninth and 10th respectively to secure the top 10 spots in Africa. Factors affecting speed, stability, and general performances define a nation's internet quality, which in turn shapes how well people, organizations, and enterprises connect online for work, play, and communication. According to the survey, despite progress, many Africans still struggle with issues like poor internet speeds, expensive data plans, and patchy network coverage, which restricts their access to essential digital services like telemedicine, online banking, and e-commerce.
We take a short breather. When you come back, it's business. Welcome back from that short breather. Now let's do some business. According to the Bank of Ghana's auction result, the government oversubscribed T-bills by 43.85%. Despite dropping yields, demand for treasury bills remained strong.
Despite falling yields, demand for treasury bills kept rising. According to the Bank of Ghana's auction results, the government's T-bill oversubscription rate was 43.85%. The sale of the short-term instruments brought in 10.559 billion Ghana cedis for the government. However, 7.650 billion Ghana cedis was accepted. The 91-day T-bills brought in just over 6.1 billion Ghana cedis. This accounted for roughly 58% of all bids. 3.87 billion Ghana cedis was accepted by the Treasury. They tendered 4.419 billion Ghana cedis for the 182-day bill. Approximately 3.7 billion Ghana cedis was approved. The 364-day bill was not put up for bid. Meanwhile, interest rates declined for the second week running. The yield on the 91-day bill went down by 43 basis points to 27.98%. That of the 182-day also reduced to 28.68% from the preceding 28.89%.
Still on business, an International Monetary Fund team will from today, February 10, 2025, begin series of engagement with government about the economy. The discussions will center on the economy and the 2025 budget, which sources say will be presented in Parliament in March 2025.
As the nation completes its 2025 budget, which will be presented in March, the International Monetary Fund is expected to start crucial talks with the government this week. The administration intends to eliminate important tax lines such as the controversial COVID-19 charge, BECT tax, and e-levy. Thus, the negotiations will take place at a crucial juncture. Businesses and residents have strongly opposed these taxes, which were implemented by the previous administration to increase domestic revenue. With Ghana participating in a $3 billion extended credit facility program supported by the IMF, the fund is anticipated to examine how these suggested tax cuts fit into Ghana's effort to achieve fiscal consolidation. Now, the IMF will be looking for guarantees that the elimination of these taxes won't jeopardize revenue goals or impede Ghana's economic progress. Now, in addition to income issues, the government is facing pressure to pay off Ghana's growing energy sector debt, which has significantly strained public coffers. Now, the sector projected $2 billion in liabilities nevertheless pose a danger to the stability of electricity producers and the whole economy. In the event that the government does not pay outstanding arrears, independent power producers have warned on several occasions that they may be supply disruptions, since the government needs a significant amount of foreign exchange to fulfill its payment obligation to power producers. The energy sector financial difficulties have led to the devaluation of the cedi. In order to increase cost recovery, eliminate structural inefficiencies in the energy sector, and provide a sustainable financial framework for the nation's energy business, the IMF will be advocating for tangible actions. The government must provide the IMF with a detailed plan, how it plans to make up for revenue losses, pay off debt owed to the energy industry, and maintain microeconomic stability while enacting these tax reforms. Investors, companies, and international partners will be closely monitoring the engagement results as Ghana tries to achieve a careful balance between economic growth, fiscal restraints, and the stability of the energy sector.
Up next is sports after the short break.
Hey there, welcome to Radio Unibe 98.3 FM. Seated right in front of you is Ampon Bismaku, for short Ampon B. Here we say we are the ultimate in campus radio. I entreat you all to be listening to Radio Unibe 98.3 FM. And your Radio Unibe, yeah, forget about it.
Hello.
My name is Amina Abisbanan, a media personality at Radio Windy Bay 98.3 FM. Kindly follow us on all our social media handles. You can find us on YouTube, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok. Follow us on www.uew.edu.gh. We are the ultimate in campus radio.
Hey there, welcome to Radio Windy Bay 98.3 FM. Seated right in front of you is Ampon Bismarck, so for short, Ampon B. Here we say we are the ultimate in campus radio. I entreat you all to be listening to Radio Windy Bay 98.3 FM. And your Radio Windy Bay, yeah, forget about it.
Hello. My name is Amina Abisbanan, a media personality at Radio Windy Bay 98.3 FM. Kindly follow us on all our social media handles. You can find us on YouTube, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok. Follow us on www.uew.edu.gh. We are the ultimate in campus radio.
Hello, good afternoon, and welcome to the sports segment here on Windy News. My name is Caesar Abraham. Now on to our first story. President John Dramani Mahama has tasked newly appointed Sports Minister Kofi Adams to begin his efforts to revive Ghana's struggling sports sector with the Ghana Football Association, emphasizing the urgent need to restore the Black Stars to its former glory. And this is what the president had to say.
The Honorable Kofi Idi Adams, Minister for Sports and Recreation, I don't envy your job. You have the monumental task of restoring Ghana to its pride of place in African and world sports. The shambles that is Ghana sports today is completely unacceptable for a country with our pedigree, and I expect that you inject transparency, professionalism, and modernity into the management of the sector. I expect that you concentrate on building up all the sports disciplines. And I know the Ghana Football Association would be a good place to start, to work to make sure that we return Black Stars to its glory days.
Now on to our next story. The Minister of Sports and Recreation, Kofi Adams, has cautioned the Ghana Football Association against operating in isolation from the government's borders objective, particularly regarding the financial prudence and accountability. Speaking in an interview monitored by Windy Sports, Kofi Adams had this to say.
You know, even yesterday at our swearing in, what did His Excellency the President say? He said, travels, especially foreign travels, are banned, and that when necessary, they must be cleared with the Chief of Staff. And that person who is cleared to travel should not fly on a first class, maybe at best business. So it should tell you that this is the mindset of the president. Every other person must equally develop same mindset, including the GFA. The GFA cannot live in a different world when the president's objectives and direction is that we should go this way. And so we will sit with them also for them to have that understanding. I believe they will not kick against any such proposition. Because, look, our sport, our football is down. The trust level between management and fans and followers is low. It is actions such as what have been mentioned by His Excellency and what you have quoted as me proposing earlier in some of my engagements, what can bring back the...
Now, away from the Ghana story, let's go to Europe. And in England, the FA Cup drama has Chelsea, Liverpool and Tottenham Hotspur kicked out. Letitia Adams has more for us.
The FA Cup took a dramatic turn as Chelsea, Liverpool and Tottenham kicked out of the FA Cup next phase. The Blues took a fortunate lead early on when Cole Palmer's volley cross from the left was fumbled into his own net by the goalkeeper. But Albion came back with a header and they took the lead when Ruta picked out Mitoma, the subject of a rejected €54 million bid from Saudi Arabia side Al Nassr before the transfer deadline, who dinged the ball over the goalkeeper. Chelsea felt the goal should have been disallowed as the ball struck Kante's arm in the build-up, though there are no video assistant referees in the FA Cup fourth runner. And for Slots, it was the first mistake in an incredible start at Anfield, demonstrating that you should never try to manipulate the FA Cup. The side of player marked bottom of the championship, embracing Premier League leaders and the previously all-conquering Liverpool with this fourth-round victory was a compelling response to those attempting to downgrade the competition's magic and history. Aston Villa is on fire. They booked their Sporting the FA Cup fifth run for the first time in 10 years, and they did it in style. Jacob Ramsey kicked off the scoring just 57 seconds into the game, slipping one past Tottenham's goalkeeper. But Morgan Rogers was the real hero, sailing Villa's passage into the last 16 with his 11th goal of the season in the 64th minute. And if that wasn't exciting enough, Marcus Rashford made his Villa debut just a minute later, coming in off the bench after his loan move from Manchester United. Talk about a dream start.
And that's all for sports here on Windy News. My name is Caesar Abraham. Up next is international news.
My name is Ampombi and it's my time. Time with Ampombi seeks to bring mentors and mentees together. Yeah, so it is a workshop that is going to bring young and upcoming graphic designers and graphic designers in the system close to their mentors or their masters. And the theme is designing the future, learning from the masters. That is what Time with Ampombi seeks to do. The date is 13th February 2025 at the University of Education, Winneba, at the North Assembly Hall. We are collaborating with the Design Society or the Department of Graphic Design, and then the Art Society or the Art Education Department. We are going to talk design and we look forward to seeing you there. Feel free to share with us your expectations for this event, and then we'll be glad to make it better for you. Peace.
welcome back. Now moving away from sport, let's go into the international arena. The Democratic Republic of Congo is in turmoil as fighters from the notorious M23 rebel group have been surging through the country's east, battling with the national army and capturing key places as they go. In just a fortnight, thousands of people are said to have been killed, and the fighting has sparked an ominous war of words between DR Congo and its neighbor Rwanda. The origins of this complex conflict can be understood through the story of one man, M23 leader Sultani Makenga, who is the subject of various war crime allegations. Still on the foreign front, the Sudanese military has called for diplomatic support for a new government that it says it wants to form after it recaptures the capital Khartoum from viral forces. The Sudanese army has been regaining control of areas in the city previously held by the paramilitary Rapid Support Force in recent weeks. Army leader General Abdel Fattah al-Burhan told a meeting of politicians who backed the army over the weekend that he would form a technocratic wartime government with a prime minister. He insisted there would be no negotiations with the Rapid Support Forces. The two sides have been fighting for approaching 2 years, a conflict that has forced 12 million from their homes and left many starving. Before we end Windy News, a recap of the stories that made headlines. UAW Innovation Hub hosts Business Pitch Competition Awards. 1 dead, 29 infected as cholera cases rise in Effitu municipality. President Mahama calls for stronger economic ties with China. And in business, International Monetary Fund to discuss 2025 budget with government amid plans to scrap key taxes. On the foreign front, Sudanese military seeks diplomatic support for new government amid ongoing conflict. And that will be all for today's Windy News. My name is Nana Ama Nyamike Bani. Thank you for doing the watching and do enjoy the rest of your afternoon.